Would you be more open or less open to going back to WWE at any point without Vince McMahon around?
I enjoyed working there in the past. And I could probably work there in the future as well. We'll see. You know, to me, business is business, but I enjoy working with AEW. I enjoy all that we've accomplished since day one, especially now with the new TV deal. I mean, we did what we set out to do, which was change the course of wrestling history. And Tony and I and all of us have done that. So we're on our way, man, and we're not going anywhere. So there's really no reason for me to go anywhere else right now. I enjoy working for the Khan family, and I enjoy working for AEW. So I'm happy. The best thing that can happen in wrestling is AEW. And the fact that there's two huge promotions that you can choose from just makes it better for the guys. It makes it better for the fans and everybody in between. So I'm not going anywhere for a while. I'm still with AEW for right now. Would I go back to WWE? I wouldn't be opposed to it. We'll just have to see what happens. But the best thing that can happen is you have two great teams that you can play for, and that just makes everything bigger and more exciting.
Chris Jericho has finally broken his silence about a potential WWE return, and the company just dropped a major hint that has the entire WWE universe buzzing. Could Chris Jericho be returning at the Royal Rumble 2026? And what are fans saying on Twitter? Stick around because we're breaking down everything you need to know.
I mean, it's wrestling. It's always been that way. It's happened in the 70s, it happened in the 80s, it happens now. So it's just one of those little maneuvering things that, you know, that's far above my pay grade.
Sure.
But I never see a problem with it because it shows that each one is on each other's tail. And that's okay. It's like, why would you do that? It's because that's the way it's always been done. That's what wrestling is. So it's kind of fun to see the different chess maneuverings of both sides and see kind of which one works and which one doesn't and which one needs to regroup. And, you know, once again, that's always been part of the business.
Let's start with what got everyone talking in the first place. Just weeks before Royal Rumble 2026, WWE released their list of the top 25 greatest Royal Rumble returns of all time, and guess who landed at number 10? That's right, Chris Jericho and his unforgettable 2013 Rumble return.
Now, Chris Jericho has always been one of those guys that's never been able to win the Rumble. So the biggest should for Chris Jericho is that it would absolutely cement his return in a massive way by giving him the Royal Rumble victory, immediately putting him into the World Championship scene where a old former huge nemesis in CM Punk is currently a world champion.
Now, this might seem like just a nostalgic trip down memory lane, but the timing is what has everyone's spidey senses tingling. Why bring up Jericho now? Why remind fans of his iconic returns right before one of WWE's biggest events of the year?
Are the king of reinvention, and I think what the most important part about that is you never let any of your gimmicks linger on for too long. How do you know when it's time to say goodbye to something?
I just know. With the characters and the gimmicks and the catchphrases and all that sort of stuff, there's just a window, you know? Like when I was contemplating coming to AEW, I was also kind of negotiating with Vince to go back to WWE. But I was like, if I go back to WWE after 2 years or whatever it was, the first thing they're going to want me to do is put somebody on the list.
You just made the list!
And I just didn't feel that anymore. Like the list was huge. Yeah, I just kind of get a feeling and know whether it's a look, like you said, like a catchphrase or some kind of a gimmick or whatever it may be. All those things, you try it, and if it works, then you keep it.
WWE knows exactly what they're doing here. They're masters at building anticipation, and this feels less like a tribute and more like a breadcrumb trail leading somewhere Big E. The wrestling world is asking, is this WWE's way of laying the groundwork for Jericho's grand return? Here's where things get really interesting. Chris Jericho's AEW contract reportedly expired on December 31st, 2025, making him a free agent for the first time in years. The rumor mill immediately went into overdrive with speculation about a WWE return.
When AEW was about to start and Tony Khan had this idea, when I started talking to him, I started realizing that there's something different here about this opportunity to start a new company, and a company that could be a very big national worldwide company, for example. And what you need for that is you need three things. You need finances and passion. That's one. You need a television contract, and you need talent. You need about 4 to 6 guys you can build the territory around. Cody Rhodes, Kenny Omega, Young Bucks, Chris Jericho, Hangman Page. Guess what? There's your 6 guys right there. You can start a company on that. We had this really amazing opportunity that probably will never happen again to start this company that really had a chance to make it big right out of the gate.
Remember the Netflix Raw anniversary special? Fans were convinced Jericho would show up. WWE's Raw GM Adam Pearce even posted a video saying the walls will break down, which, come on, had to be a reference to Jericho's legendary theme song, right?
All right, everybody, Monday Night Raw is live tomorrow night from Brooklyn, New York, and it is our 1-year anniversary on Netflix, and we have a stacked card. First things first, breaking news For the first time in 6 months, Liv Morgan will be in singles action against Lyra Valkyria. And do not forget, 3 humongous championship matches. Who can break down the walls?
But January came and went, and nothing. No countdown. No break the walls down. Fans were left disappointed. But here's the thing. Wrestling is all about timing. Just because it didn't happen at Raw doesn't mean it's not happening at all. And with the Royal Rumble right around the corner, the timing couldn't be more perfect. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, or should I say the rock star on the tour bus. Chris Jericho isn't just a wrestling legend. He's also the frontman of the rock band Fozzy, and they've got a major tour scheduled.
When I came back to WWE in 2007, and I was still doing Y2J, but I had short hair, and it just didn't feel right. It's like, I got to get rid of this. And I switched from long tights to short tights, and I'd cut my hair, like I said, and I was like, you know what? No more countdown. Let's get rid of that. And I told the announcers and all the press guys and magazine guys, like, never call me Y2J ever again.
And you took it one step further. You changed your finisher.
Yeah, and that's when I came into AEW, I was like, I need a new finish that I can use on anybody. I was doing a lot of kickboxing at the time, and the guy said they do a spinning elbow, and I did it. And I was like, hold on a second, can you just like stand there for a couple seconds with the pad? And I just did it a couple times. I said, would that knock somebody out? He goes, it happens all the time. I was like, that's it.
Fozzy's Eyes on You tour kicks off in February 2026, with confirmed dates across the UK and beyond. When Jericho's on tour, he's all in with the band. It's a full-time commitment. This makes a sustained WWE run seem pretty unlikely in the immediate future. However, and this is a big however, Jericho could absolutely make a one-night appearance at the Royal Rumble on January 31st. It's in Riyadh, and it would be the perfect stage for a surprise return. The question is, would WWE bring him back just for a cameo, or is there a bigger plan in play?
Like, you want to stay in the entertainment industry, you got to reinvent yourself. Like, he's done it so many times and has done it so well so many times. And there haven't been too many duds.
He's been so intentional about it. He told me that his real inspiration is David Bowie, who reinvented himself for every album. And he said that when he came back after his big hiatus from WWE and he was back as like suit and tie.
Just when you thought this story couldn't get more interesting, there's a curveball that nobody saw coming. According to wrestling insider Andrew Baydala, Jericho has agreed to return to WWE, but with a twist. He wants to make a run in TNA. Here's the deal. WWE and TNA have an incredibly strong working relationship right now. Wrestlers cross over between promotions regularly, and WWE has even signed major talent through this partnership, like Joe Hendry and Jordan Grace. The rumor is that Jericho's WWE contract might include a clause allowing him to work in TNA. Why? Because it's the one major promotion he's never wrestled for. Jericho's been everywhere: WCW, ECW, WWE, AEW, ROH, New Japan, but TNA is the missing piece of his legacy puzzle. Imagine Jericho showing up at TNA's Genesis pay-per-view, or their AMC debut. It would be huge for TNA, and would give Jericho that final checkmark on his legendary career resume. Not the only ones talking about this. Wrestling veterans are chiming in too. Former WWE wrestler Tyrus, who now hosts Planet Tyrus and appears on Fox News, had some fascinating things to say about Jericho. Tyrus said, and I quote, "Chris can finish up wherever he wants to. He's one of the greatest professionals of our time." He emphasized that Jericho has earned the right to call his own shot, just like John Cena did with his retirement.
Christian's problem solver. Oh, the shot! That's with an arm over! And what the hell? The charisma! He's going back to the walls of Jericho, but already been done to that lower back's Jericho. There it is! There it is! As a hey, the walls of Jericho on the up.
I am ejecting you both from this arena tonight, and if I so much as smell you leave this building, I will suspend you both indefinitely!
I've never seen Adam Pearce that angry. He was pissed. Yeah, I agree.
Right back at you.
Braun Breaker reportedly sent a chilling warning to Raw General Manager Adam Pearce, threatening him in kayfabe terms. After his recent suspension from WWE Raw, Breaker blamed Pearce for holding him back, and vowed that when he returns, he will be even more dangerous, cementing his status as a dominant force on the roster. Adding fuel to the fire, Paul Heyman has entered the conversation on Twitter, praising Breaker's aggression and hinting at potential guidance or alignment, much like he did with previous top-tier talents.
You can have some time to think about it because you are suspended indefinitely.
Alright, let's rewind and set the stage for those who might have missed what went down on Raw. Braun Breaker, the Vision member, the badass, the former Intercontinental Champion, absolutely lost it on Monday Night Raw. During a tag team match featuring Dragon Lee and Penta against Austin Theory and Bronson Reed, Breaker couldn't contain his rage.
You okay? You're gonna win the Crown Jewel title? You're gonna...
He stormed to ringside and delivered not one but two devastating spears to Dragon Lee. The second spear? Absolutely brutal. It's already the most viewed Raw segment across multiple social media platforms this week.
Officer, we're talking about. You think I'm tired?
Here's where everything changed. Adam Pearce, the Raw general manager, rushed out with WWE officials to restore order. Pearce grabbed Breaker by the shoulder, turned him around, and that's when Braun snapped. He put his hands on Pearce, shoving the GM into the turnbuckle, and all hell broke loose. Pearce had no choice. Backstage, with officials surrounding them, he suspended Braun Breaker indefinitely. But this is where the story gets interesting, because Paul Heyman immediately had something to say about it. Enter the Wiseman, Paul Heyman. Heyman wasted absolutely no time defending his client. He confronted Adam Pearce backstage and made one critical point. Pearce put his hands on Braun Breaker first, and technically, if you watch the replay, he's not wrong. Pearce grabbed Breaker's shoulder before the shove happened.
Was on 20 men. Let's just use it on one man. Because one man shares our vision right now. He's looking at Saturday night.
But it didn't stop there. Paul Heyman took to Twitter, or X, whatever we're calling it these days, and absolutely unleashed on WWE's social media team. Listen to this statement. The unadulterated bias being displayed by WWE's very own social media should be addressed publicly. Your clever editing of this clip to not include Raw General Manager Adam Pearce's physical assault on Braun Breaker first is an affront to the unbiased presentation you are supposed to disseminate to the public through this platform. Shame on you, WWE. He even called out WWE for using all caps in their post, saying it was a vulgar display of pushing a narrative. Then Heyman posted this absolute gem. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman, and I am the world's foremost expert on circumventing unwarranted suspensions. Just ask the brand new undisputed champion Drew McIntyre. Just saying.
That was a very big mistake.
You are damn right it was! The biggest mistake he ever made in his career, thanks to you!
Oh, I don't mean him. I meant you. Mr. Pierce, Mr. General Manager, respectfully, from my vantage point, you put your hands on him first.
The Wiseman is basically telling everyone, don't worry, I've done this before and I'll do it again. But Adam Pearce, he's not backing down. The Raw general manager released his own explosive statement on social media, and it's intense. He wrote, 2026, a lunatic goes into his place of employment and violently assaults two co-workers. Authorities arrive on site to stop the threat, the lead agent literally putting himself in the direct line of fire in order to do so. Yet, some actually assert that disciplinary action, never mind criminal charges, should be out, because the men whose job it is to stop evil scum from carrying out attacks like that touched him first. Use your brain. Pierce is making it crystal clear. He could have pressed criminal charges against Braun Breaker. He's positioning himself as the authority figure who stepped into danger to protect the roster, and he's not about to let Heyman's technicalities change that narrative.
Jesus fuck! Oh! Oh! Adam Pierce, what person do it? God damn, Mom! Again! Yo, Adam, chill on Adam! Oh! Oh! Oh my God! He's going crazy!
Now, here's where things take a dark turn. According to reports circulating online, Braun Breaker has allegedly sent a direct warning message to Adam Pierce following his suspension. The reported message: "You suspended me from WWE? I will kill you soon." Now, let me be very clear here. We have not seen official confirmation of this message from WWE or from Braun Breaker's verified accounts. This is allegedly a private communication that has been reported by various wrestling news outlets.
Hey, Brett, chill! You got Adam spitting everywhere? Goddamn! I want to see them fight.
If this is true, this is absolutely unprecedented. This goes way beyond kayfabe, way beyond storyline heat. This would be crossing into territory that WWE typically reserves for the most intense personal rivalries. But here's the thing, WWE loves to blur the lines between reality and fiction. Is this a working shoot? Is this part of the storyline? Or is there genuine bad blood between Breaker and Pierce behind the scenes?
Jesus fuck! Oh! Oh! Adam Pierce, what person do it? God damn, Mom! Again! Yo, Adam, chill on Adam! Oh! Oh! Oh my God! He's going crazy!
The fact that we're even asking these questions shows you how effective this angle has become. The Vision, led by Paul Heyman, has dominated Raw programming since its formation, and this suspension storyline might be their biggest moment yet.
Braun Breaker's growth on a weekly basis is absolutely mind-boggling and awe-inspiring. And anybody that's around him is inspired to up their game because he's so driven and ambitious to up his.
So where do we go from here? Raw is heading to Ireland this week, and CM Punk is defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Finn Balor in Balor's home country. That's already a massive main event, but now everyone's wondering, will Braun Breaker show up despite his suspension?
Officer, we talk all about.
You think I'm tired? Oh my God.
Can you stop?
WWE just sent a clear warning message to one of their most volatile superstars. Braun Breaker has been suspended indefinitely after crossing a line that even the Vision couldn't pull him back from. And trust me, what went down between Breaker and Raw General Manager Adam Pierce was absolutely insane. All right, let's set the scene. Monday Night Raw is broadcasting from the PSD Bank Dome in Düsseldorf, Germany, and tensions are already at an all-time high. The Vision, consisting of Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, and led by the legendary Paul Heyman, have been on a warpath for weeks. Their primary targets, Dragon Lee, Penta, and Rey Mysterio. These three luchadors have been standing toe-to-toe with one of the most dominant factions on Raw, and it's led to some incredible matches and even more incredible chaos.
Look at you! I was suspended! He's out of here! Hey, Red Channel! Now you got Adam spinning everywhere, goddamn! I want to see them fight.
On this particular night, a tag team match was scheduled. Bronson Reed and Austin Theory representing the Vision against Dragon Lee and Penta. Now, if you've been following Raw lately, you know that anytime the Vision is involved, things are going to get messy. But what happened during and after this match? Nobody saw it coming. The match itself was